Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. State's Policy Foundation and Guiding Principles program discusses to increase competencies of administrative leadership and enhance their functional capacities. The Shura Council reviews the draft general budget of the state for the fiscal year 2019. And the Sultanate's wilayas and embassies continue celebrating the 48th glorious National Day. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. The Ministry of Civil Service, in cooperation with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, launched the 5th edition of State's Policy Foundation and Guiding Principles program at the Diplomatic Institute headquarters. The program aims to increase the competencies of the administrative leadership and enhance their functional capacities. A number of officials from several administrative apparatus participate in the program. The launching ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs. The Shura Council discussed in a private session the report of the Economic and Financial Committee on the draft general budget of the state for the fiscal year 2019. During the meeting, comments were made on the draft budget with regard to the estimates of general income, public expenditure and public debt management, support policies, as well as the committee's observations on the position of government investments, economic diversification programs, foreign direct investment and privatization programs. The report also included a set of recommendations, including the establishment of an appropriate mechanism for the operation of job seekers and focus on promotions of employees working in the public sector. Council members will hear in a private session tomorrow the statement of His Excellency Darwish bin Ismail Blushi, Minister responsible of Financial Affairs, about the draft budget for the next fiscal year. The session was chaired by His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al-Ma'wali, Chairman of the Shura Council. The Ministry of Interior announced the state of registration in the electoral register for the elections of the members of the Shura Council for the 9th term, starting from today. Citizens who have not been previously registered in the electoral register shall ensure that their identity card is provided with the electronic certification system and apply for registration in the electoral register through the offices of Their Excellencies the Walis or the Ministry of the Interior website. Enhanced social participation, discussion of detailed features of Future Vision Oman 2040 are the main goals of the National Conference, which will be held in the first quarter of the coming year. The conference, which came within the coming stages of Oman 2040, seeks to enhance the international cooperation to review the best international practices in achieving the vision. The Future Vision of Oman 2040 is a national strategic project to determine the path for the next 20 years based on 3 aspects: where it put human and society on the top of the pyramid, spread economy and development, and continue activation of governance and institutional performance by focusing on developments. The preparations for the work plan of the strategic project started through work sessions and virtual labs, which gathered experiences on discussion tables that recorded a number of issues which were approved as national priorities. The Royal Decree No. 29/2018 prohibited non-Omanis ownership of lands and real estates allocated for agricultural use in various governorates of the Sultanate. The decree stated that it is not allowed for non-Omanis to own lands and real estates, whether for agricultural or industrial and residential usages, in the following governorates and wilayats of Dhafar, except for Wilaya of Salalah, governorates of Musandam, Buraimi and Dhahira, Wusta, and wilayats of Liwa, Shinas and Masira, niyabats of Jabal al-Akhdar and Jabal Shams. According to the law, it is not allowed for non-Omanis to own lands and real estates in islands and areas close to ancient and traditional villages, along with the military and security establishments. The decree stated that the Minister of Housing issues controls to organize and regulate leasing and usufruct contracts in the permitted areas. In order to support innovation, science and child rearing, Oman Telecommunications Company Omantel signed cooperation agreement with Children's Public Library. The agreement stipulated on providing special corner for reading and innovation at Children's Public Library. The corner is financed by Omantel and will focus on educating children about the importance of innovation and sciences in the country's development. The corner renders services in a smart and technical way. The signing of this agreement comes as part of Omantel's vision to support innovation and sciences in the Sultanate. The corner will provide educational programs with digital solutions and modern techniques. Monetary survey data in the Sultanate referred to a slight increase in money supply by 0.3% to exceed 5 billion Omani riyals until the end of last August compared to the same period of 2017. According to statistics issued by Central Bank of Oman, the money supply in the Sultanate increased by 2.4% by the end of August 2018 and reached 16.5 billion Omani riyals. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry called traders to record their trademarks in order to protect their property rights. The ministry mentioned that some businessmen use trademarks without protecting them from Industrial Property Department and monitored duplicate designs of famous trademarks. Still to come in our news bulletin. Keeping pace with growth tourism sector, Sama Hotel is inaugurated in the Niyaba of Al Jabal Al Akhdar in the Governorate of Al-Dakhiliya. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. With the aim of enhancing the joint cooperation between the Ministry of Civil Service and Arab Organization for Administrative Development, ARADO, in the field, Civil Service topped the topics of the meeting between His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Umar Al Marhoon, Minister of Civil Service, and His Excellency Dr. Nasser Al Hatlan Al Qahtani, Director General of ARADO, who is currently visiting the Sultanate to attend the 18th Annual Conference under the title Arab Government's Role in Achieving the Sustainable Development Goals 2030. Rejoicing the 48th Glorious National Day, citizens in the Wilaya of Suwaiq in the Governorate of North Batina organized the national festival to mark this special occasion. Civil society institutions and members took part in the event, which included a number of traditional Omani arts and acrobatic skills on motorbikes. The event included social and cultural activities for children and other society segments like competitions and programs. It as well included an exhibition for productive families in which a number of craftswomen displayed handicraft products. Citizens in the Wilaya of Bahla in the Governorate of Al-Dakhiliya organized celebrations in the equestrian ground to mark the 48th Glorious National Day. The event included various activities like traditional procession, which witnessed participation of various society segments. The attendees chanted words on the love of His Majesty the Sultan and the achievements being accomplished in various fields. A number of poems were delivered on the love of Oman and its beloved leader. The activity also included a number of horses and camel shows. Rejoicing the 48th Glorious National Day, citizens of the Wilaya of Al-Awabi in the Governorate of South Batina organized a traditional festival in cooperation with the Directorate of Tourism in the Governorate of Al-Dhahira. The event included the performance of some traditional arts such as Al-Ayyala, Al-Razha, Al-Midan, Al-Azi and Al-Taghrud, in which citizens expressed their love and loyalty to the homeland and its leader, His Majesty the Sultan. The activities also included fine arts and handcraft works exhibitions. Celebrating the 48th Glorious National Day, 25 members from Al-Bawasil team affiliated to Sidab Club organized a march starting from Bayt al-Baraka to the Governorate of Musandam. The participants expressed their love and loyalty to the homeland and its leader, His Majesty the Sultan. The team, who passed around 500 kilometers, also aimed to spread the awareness of walking among the society. The Sultanate's embassy in Syria hosted a reception ceremony on the occasion of the 48th Glorious National Day. The event was attended by a number of officials, media people, and heads of the Arab and foreign diplomatic missions. During the ceremony, the attendees exchanged greetings on this delightful occasion and expressed their feelings of further progress and prosperity to the Omani people. The Sultanate's embassy in Brunei, Dar es Salaam, hosted a reception on the occasion of the 48th Glorious National Day in the capital of Brunei, Bandar Seri Begawan. The reception included a selection of Omani patriotic songs by a local singing team and a documentary film which sought to document the depth and strength of the relationship between the two countries and their peoples in 34 years. His Excellency Sheikh Ahmed bin Hashim al-Maskari, Sultanate's ambassador to Brunei, Dar es Salaam, delivered a speech which he addressed the development process witnessed by the Sultanate under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, which sought to diversify sources of income and work to transform the Sultanate into an advanced regional logistics center. The ceremony was attended by a host of senior officials, members of diplomatic corps, citizens and foreigners, members of the Omani community, Arab communities, media and journalists. Sultanate's embassy in Brunei, Dar es Salaam, 48th Glorious National Day celebrations. On the occasion of the 48th Glorious National Day, His Excellency Sheikh Al-Abbas bin Ibrahim Al-Harthi, the Sultanate's ambassador accredited to Malaysia, held a reception ceremony in the Malaysian capital, Kuala Lumpur. The event was attended by a host of senior officials, members of diplomatic corps, citizens and Omani citizens, and students in Malaysia. His Excellency Sulaiman bin Lashkran Al-Zajjali, Consul General of the Sultanate in Mumbai, hosted a reception ceremony on the occasion of the 48th Glorious National Day. It was attended by some Indian officials, heads of departments of the Foreign Ministry of India and diplomatic missions, as well as members of Arab and foreign diplomatic corps, besides some Omani citizens living in India. They hailed the strong relations between the two countries, wishing further progress and cooperation to the relationships between the two countries. Keeping pace with increased growth witnessed by the tourism sector in the Niyaba of Al-Jabal Al-Akhdar, Sama Hotel was inaugurated as a new addition to touristic facilities in the Niyaba. The hotel, which established by private sector and managed by a local company, will provide tourism services for visitors. The hotel included various types of suites, 14 chalets and 60 rooms, in addition to a restaurant that can absorb more than 200 tourists. It also included multi-purpose halls, gym heritage tent, and a swimming pool, in addition to other services which enabled the hotel to provide Omani-style hospitality. The inauguration ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser Al-Meherzi, Minister of Tourism. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the governorates of South Sharqiya, Wusta, Buraymi and Dhahira. Winds will be north to northwesterly, light to moderate. Seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. State's Policy Foundation and Guiding Principles Program discusses to increase competencies of administrative leadership and enhance their functional capacities. The Shura Council reviews the draft general budget of the state for the fiscal year 2019. And the Sultanate's wilayas and embassies continue celebrating the 48th glorious National Day. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.